Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Hi, welcome to today's episode of Music Business Daily. I'm Jillian.
I'm Brian.
Woo!
Today we're going to run down some stories that involve Guce Mane, The Hold Steady, Motown the Musical, and unfortunately we got a couple of obituaries for you as well. People passing on past whatever we got going on here. We'll talk to you just after the break.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Welcome back. Our first story today is about Motown the Musical premiering on Broadway. Today is its first day open to the public, but it did have its private premiere this past Sunday at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater in New York City.
That's fancy sounding.
It is. Very fancy. This is really exciting musical, though, because it tells the story, the real story of the Motown Records. The founder, Berry Gordy's, journey trying to establish and break African Americans into the music business. So you have in the show Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, and a ton of other musicians, and their actual songs are in the show too. So it should be pretty interesting and some good dancing too, I would expect.
Or at the very least, you got a great couple of hours of music. Even if the acting's terrible. Exactly. It's still worth the price of admission. Go.
Hopefully the singers are good, but it's Broadway, so I would expect so.
Yeah, it's kind of the point of Broadway.
Right.
Off-Broadway is where people like myself get put. Next up on the docket, and I use the word docket on purpose, Radrick Davis, more popularly known to the world at large as Guce Mane.
Yes.
He just got out of jail, and then he had to go back one day later for the probation violation.
Didn't take his
No,
time,
he wasn't worried about freedom so much as just doing whatever he wanted to. Gucci got picked up on March 26th on a charge of what do they call that? Aggravated assault with a weapon. When he was in a club and another club patron went to the rope there at the VIP section and asked the guy that was working if he could get a picture taken with Guce Mane. Well, about that time, Gucci decided apparently that he didn't want to take pictures with anybody and decided to hit the dude in the head with a champagne bottle. Right? It seems like a bit of an overreaction to me. I don't know if the two had a history or if Guce Mane was like, these are the pictures you can take. One of me hitting you with a bottle. But he had gotten out, been released for that on the probation, but then had to just do a U-turn and go straight back in.
Yeah.
So and he's kind of been in and out of the slammer over the past few years. So maybe he'll probably just end up back in there.
Probably.
Yeah. That poor Gucci can't behave.
Yeah.
Can't behave. What do you got for us now?
Our next story is not the happiest. Colin Davis, who is a 3 Grammy-nominated, winning, knighted orchestra conductor. He passed away on Sunday at the age of 85. And, we have an article from NPR that is about, just his life. And it was actually very interesting. He actually started off going to medical school, like School for Medicine and Science. And when he was there, he learned to play the clarinet and decided that he really wanted to go into music. And, some of his teachers and relatives pressured him against it, but he ended up getting a full scholarship to the Royal School of Music. So then, he ended up being this world-famous conductor. As I said, he won 3 Grammys, 2 for his Berlioz Troyens in 2002, and then again in 2006 for recording of Verdi's opera Falstaffi. With the LSO. So he's and the interesting thing is that all of the stuff that he won his Grammys for and his awards were in later in life, after he was over the age of 70. So luckily he kept at it and
yeah, and the thing that he picked up as a hobby totally worked out for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Take that, doubters.
Good thing you didn't end up in science.
Ne'er-do-wells. I'm not even sure if that's the right term. Moving on, the Hold Steady. Do you watch the show Game of Thrones? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen the first season, but I'm not caught up yet, so don't do any spoilers for me.
We shan't be doing any spoilers, except for maybe a touch of a soundtrack one, but I think you'll be okay.
That's acceptable.
The producers at Game of Thrones had gotten the Hold Steady, the Brooklyn rock band, the Hold Steady, to record a version of a song that's in all the books called "The Bear and the Maiden Fair," and that is in the books it's like a pub drinking song, and whenever somebody starts singing it, everybody else comes in and they all start drinking and singing it. But they decided that they would get the Hold Steady to record a version of it. They recorded one over the summer, and it was featured over the closing credits this week for Game of Thrones. So kind of cool for the Hold Steady to get that. To get to do that, I think it's cool because I've read all the books up to this point and love the series, and I think it's kind of awesome they got to do it. The song will be recorded and pressed onto a special 7-inch record to be sold for the first time on April 20th on Record Store Day.
That's awesome.
So they got that, and then they've got a new single that they're putting out for it that's going to be all over the place on Record Store Day. So kind of a cool thing going on for them.
Yeah, very nice.
That's all I got for that one. That was all of it.
Well, I have an exciting vampire story.
I love vampire stories.
Are you a fan of the Twilight series?
Sure.
Well, Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, I'm not shocked at that actually. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart went to Coachella this past weekend.
Together?
Together. They are actually still together. They are a couple. And
did they wear fangs?
No, but maybe they were going to see Vampire Weekend play.
That seems like the band most likely for them to go see.
I would guess so. Yeah, no, they went. They're not the only celebrities that have ever gone to Coachella. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Hilary Duff all have, went to Coachella too. So I personally feel like it would be kind of a scary place to go as a celebrity because mobs and, it's just craziness.
Or maybe the crowd's so big just nobody notices you.
Which is why there's a feature about it on MTV.
Or
You're
maybe
right.
you get a bulletproof golf cart where you can drive around wherever you want to.
That would be pretty cool.
It's like the Pope Mobile, but better.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
All right, well, and to end it on another low note, because today is the obituary day, Cheng, the Deftones bassist, died over the weekend at the age of 42. He recorded on the first 5 Deftones albums, and then in 2008 was the passenger in a car that was in a pretty bad wreck, which left him in a coma, and he had shown signs of improvement over the years, but had never fully recovered, and over the weekend his heart just gave out. So we send condolences to his family and hope that they are getting through this well, and to the Deftones family, because I'm sure they also miss him.
Yeah.
That's all we've got for today, kids.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some happier stories for you.
Fewer dead people tomorrow.
Yes.
That's a promise.
Can you promise something like that?
Yeah, because we pick the stories.
Oh, you know what? Good point. Good
right?
point. All right.
Always thinking. That's all we got. Make sure you check us out on the Facebook, facebook.com/Talkapolis. On Twitter @Talkapolis. We're even on Instagram. You can see pictures of us doing moderately to incredibly ridiculous things around here. And you always just go to our website, talkapolis.com. You can download the app because it's awesome for smartphones. And you should do all of those things between now and tomorrow when the next episode airs.
Woo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.